Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and you have found the latest in everything cool every single day. We've got a great episode of EP Live for you today, but this one is going out to Jason Mann, who I continually impress with my takes on how closely they align with his. He liked my The Last Jedi review for the 4K Blu-ray, which has had a lot of conversation back and forth. I mean, that is a movie that is so divisive, and it gets us talking about it, and I'm not going to talk about it right now, though, because we've got lots of other things to talk about, including Jason Mann's rundown. Now, it looks like it really is about time for Harrison Ford to hang up his whip and fedora. Steven Spielberg says that the upcoming fifth Indiana Jones movie will be the last one for star Harrison Ford. Speaking with the British tabloid The Sun, Spielberg says that he's pretty sure that this will be Ford's final movie, but adds that the franchise will continue after that with a new actor in the role. As for who might play the new version of Indy, Spielberg speculates that they might get a female to play the lead, although it's too early to know for sure. The next Indy movie is slated to hit theaters in 2020 and will be Spielberg's next directorial effort after Ready Player One has landed, and that has landed. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on with Steven Spielberg right there talking about a female Indiana Jones. We have Tomb Raider, we have Lara Croft. It would be crazy for them to say, well, we need another woman adventurer thing. I like the idea of recasting Indiana Jones once it makes sense. I think that the character does have the ability to be kind of a James Bond for a time and for an era. I love the period setting. I think it's really important for whoever picks up the whip and whoever is behind the camera to go on location and do their best to kind of honor different cultures around the world and give us a real sense of traveling to these different places. I think that's incredibly important. But I don't think that we should just be changing the character to a woman for just a out of the blue kind of reason. I think the character is pretty solid as this male figure, and I think maybe we do something with Marion Ravenwood. I think she's an incredible character, and maybe we see more with her and more of her adventures. This is kind of weird. For Spielberg to come out and say stuff like that, I think it's okay that we are starting to see that this will be Harrison Ford's last movie. I am all right with that, everybody, but they just got to make it a great movie that everybody is into. No more divisiveness with our beloved franchises, okay? Now, speaking of beloved franchises, Activision has finally announced one of the worst-kept secrets in gaming. After months of rumors, the 20th anniversary Spyro Reignited trilogy has finally been officially announced. As expected, it's a remastered version of the first three games in the series, similar to the recent Crash Bandicoot N. trilogy, with all three games being rebuilt from the ground up with new HD graphics for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. That means this will be the first time that these three games will be released on a non-PlayStation platform. Development is being handled by Activision subsidiary Toys for Bob, amazing, which previously worked on the Spyro spin-off series Skylanders. Although it's unclear if original developer Insomniac Games is involved, the Spyro Reignited trilogy lands September 21st. Absolutely, Insomniac is involved. This is their beloved creation, and not only is Insomniac one of the greatest independent developers on Earth, but they're also beloved across the industry, and they have deep roots and connections and friendships all across the business. And so, yes, my guess is, and Toys for Bob is one of the their most respected developers out there as well. They've been making games for a long time, and they're really well known for Skylanders, but they've done lots of other great things, and they make great games. So this is a marriage made in heaven, and hopefully they do an even better job than Vicarious Visions did with the Insane trilogy. I love these games. They do stand the test of time, but they would benefit greatly from some updates. I'm very much looking forward to this. It's weird that we're not reporting Switch news for the Spyro series, because they would be perfect on the Switch. I'm sure we will, though, very soon. All right, let's move on. The World of Warcraft is about to get a lot bigger this summer. Blizzard has announced that the hit MMO's 7th expansion, Battle for Azeroth, will star Harrison Ford. No, I'm just kidding. Will land on August 14th, almost 2 years after the last expansion arrived. First announced last November during BlizzCon, the Battle for Azeroth will give players not one, but 2 new continents to explore, complete with new races, quests, dungeons, raid zones, an increased level cap, and best of all, a new 20-player co-op PvE mode mode called Warfronts, which harkens back to the RTS-style gameplay of classic Warcraft games. That is awesome. World of Warcraft was first released in 2004, and despite a dip in popularity, it's still going strong, and Blizzard plans to continue supporting it well into the future. Bravo, Blizzard! That is amazing. Who would have thought that, 14 years later, we'd be talking about expansions for World of Warcraft? They clearly had this massive success that mattered to so many people, and they had all of these celebrities doing ads and all that. Remember all that? But they have made content that has made people go back to it, and they helped to build a community, and they kind of set the tone, and nobody's been able to come close to what these guys have done. Incredible. I don't have like a tiny bit of time to go back and try to re-explore some of the World of Warcraft stuff. That world must be so massive. I can't imagine what it's like for somebody new to jump in and like, oh, where did everybody go? Where is everybody? I would imagine that it would just be so intimidating, but so cool, and I'm so impressed by Blizzard and what they've done. And I know, I'm sure we've got WoW diehards that are watching this either in live form right now or in our archive that are very excited they're going to be playing some more WoW this summer. So congrats to everybody there. The 2016 mystery exploration game Firewatch is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Developer Campo Santo says that they're porting the entire original game to the Nintendo platform and are working to make sure it will run just as smoothly as it does on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. They also say that they plan to throw in a few surprises. Mario hats for everybody, I think. But haven't said what those surprises might be. It's set to arrive this spring, although a precise release date hasn't been named. In other indie news, the survival game Don't Starve, first announced to be getting a Switch version earlier this year, is now slated to hit the system on April 12th, so it's coming up very quickly. This is what I'm going to be talking about today, this idea that the Switch is an incredible receptacle for lots of great indie content. And I think it is this idea that you can take these indie games, which don't all have the most robust engines and all of the AAA horsepower that could make something on the Switch chug a little, like we saw with Doom. It's more about these core cool experiences that are tuned to run on lots of different machines, and now you can bring them everywhere with you. And I've got some to review today, but also I want to talk about some of these indies out there. I'm just so happy for Campo Santo to be that successful with Firewatch. It's an unbelievable game. I'm not going to talk about it at all. I'm not going to give you or spoil anything about it. It made me cry, though, and it's a very, very beautifully crafted experience. And if you've been waiting to play this on your Switch, I'm happy for you, and you're going to have a very good time. And I'm very curious to hear people's thoughts on that. So comment below, comment in our live chat there. If you've played Firewatch, I want to know what you thought of the game. And also, give us questions and comments at the end of EP Live. We'll also be doing our Let's Play and chat, and we'll get into it with everybody, okay? Now, following up on the success of Ready Player One, another video game-inspired tale might be speeding back to Earth. This is incredible news. It looks like a remake of the 1984 sci-fi movie The Last Starfighter is on the way. Rogue One screenwriter Gary Whitta has tweeted out concept art for what appears to be a new take on the classic film, saying that the art is a preview of something he's working on with the original film screenwriter Jonathan Butel, or Betul. I've never said his name out loud. Betul? This seems to indicate that Whitta is writing a new Last Starfighter, although no official announcements have been made. The original film told the story of a young video game player who uses his gaming skills to fight real-life aliens in an outer space war, and it was one of the first big movies to make use of computer animation. Incidentally, that's my origin story as well, and that's how I got to be on EP. It wasn't a huge hit when it was first released, but has developed a cult following over the years. Well, I'll tell you what, I paid my ticket price. I bought a ticket to see that movie in the theater, and it blew my little mind. It was incredible. I remember digging everything about it, including the freaky alien makeup that they had on the character. He was awesome, and it all seemed very plausible to me as a video game fanatic kid. It was just like, yeah, okay, this makes total sense. Of course, they're going to be training on video game machines, and that's exactly what's happened for the U.S. military. Now, everybody that's piloting a drone in real life missions has some video game skills, which is crazy. I am so psyched about this, and I'm so proud and happy for Gary Whitta. I've known Gary for a long time. He's been on EP before, and he's obviously making huge waves out there in in all kinds of media, because he writes for Rebels. He's writing a Star Wars, the comic version of The Last Jedi. He's written for Telltale Games. He's had his own comic series out there. And he did an amazing job with Rogue One. He's a very cool writer, but he comes from video games. He used to be an editor at PC Gamer, and he used to talk about video games. He used to nerd out with games just like us, and he's still a huge player as well. Follow him on Twitter. I think he's just at Gary Whitta. He's a very interesting dude. And please make this movie happen. I think that's an awesome idea. It's going to be interesting to see how that and Ernie Klein's Armada movie comes together, because that's also about a video game training a warrior at the same time. Yeah, they're supposed to be coming out at the same time too, so we'll see how that works. But right now, let's hop to a brand new This Day in Everything Cool. Welcome to This Day and Everything Cool for April 5th. Crikey! On this day in 1997, television audiences were introduced to a new kind of animal. The very first episode of the wildlife documentary series, The Crocodile Hunter, aired on the Discovery Channel, hosted by the now legendary Australian zookeeper and conservationist Steve Irwin. Unlike older, more straight-laced television naturalists, Steve Irwin had a less conventional approach, getting his hands dirty by wrestling with crocodiles, snakes, and other dangerous animals. This made him a huge hit with audiences, and the show became a global phenomenon, spawning several spin-offs, imitators, and even a big screen movie. It didn't last forever. Steve Irwin sadly died in 2006 after being stabbed in the chest by a stingray while filming a documentary. There are a lot of dangers in tropical locales, and on April 5th, 2001, PC gamers got to make one of their own. The very first Tropico was released on the PC and Mac, kicking off the long-running simulation series. The game was a tongue-in-cheek parody of other simulation games like SimCity, with players becoming a dictator of their very own banana republic with the ability to manipulate and control infrastructure, the army, and politics, all with the goal of staying in power. Tropico was a huge success critically and commercially, with players loving its blend of sim gameplay and dark humor. It spawned an entire series of sequels, and Tropico 6 is slated to arrive in 2018. A game that probably won't be getting a sequel landed on April 5th, 2016. Quantum Break was released on the Xbox One, the latest collaboration between Microsoft and Alan Wake developer Remedy Entertainment. The game spent years in development and had unique time-bending gameplay mechanics mixed with lengthy television-style cutscenes that dive deeper into the narrative. There was a lot of anticipation for Quantum Break, but sadly, it didn't deliver. Although the time mechanics were cool, the whole thing just didn't come together as well as it should have, and it failed to drive up interest in the Xbox One like Microsoft had hoped. The fact that the game forced players to download massive updates and patches in order to play didn't help with its popularity either. The failure of Quantum Break caused Remedy Entertainment to go multi-platform with their next project. More like Quantum Heartbreak, am I right? Yes, I worked all day on that. Listen, we're going to be talking about Nintendo indie games in a second, but first we have to get all sci-fi on you with Wipeout VR. So you've been asking yourself, is it worth it to pick up the PlayStation VR headset and drown yourself in VR fun? And you've been looking for games that make the most sense and really kind of inspire you to go and plunk down your hard-earned dough and get that device for your PlayStation 4. I found that game. It's called Wipeout Omega Collection. I've already reviewed it. It's incredible. And everybody deserves to get some Wipeout in their life. This is the best Wipeout game that's ever been released because it collects so much awesome Wipeout content. Wipeout 2048 from the PlayStation Vita, Wipeout HD from the PS3, and Wipeout HD Fury, which was an add-on for Wipeout HD. And it collects it all in beautiful 4K resolution when you're playing it on your big screen TV. But when you put it on your headset, you don't really lose much in terms of fidelity, and you are inside the cockpit of these anti-gravity racers, and it's freaking mind-blowing. So beautiful. And it feels like the future. And that's what everybody's been saying about VR for so long, but the content hasn't always aligned perfectly with the opportunity. And here is that crystal clear kind of evidence that showcases exactly why VR gameplay is amazing and why it matters and why it's worth your time and now, frankly, your investment. And I think Sony has done a very good job at finding ways to attract incredible developers like Capcom with Resident Evil 7, like the Thumper team, like the Rez team. We had the Batman Arkham thing at the beginning, which was kind of like more of an experience kind of showcase than a game. But this is a real game. This is the full game that you can play in VR, and there's some really smart concessions made too. You can sort of limit the amount of head tracking that you're going to do. You can kind of limit the sort of field of view. All of these things the developers have put in place to kind of try to keep you from barfing. But I never felt like I was going to throw up when I was playing this game. I was more just like utterly speechless. Well, not too speechless. I was saying holy shit a lot, but I was absolutely feeling like, how are we playing something so awesome now?
Like when you thought of video games when you were a kid, you're like, I wonder what games are going to be like in the future. This is what games are going to be like in the future. This is incredible.
It feels like, and I've said this before, Wipeout always has, but when you put the headset on and you're in VR, it feels like the game that, people from the past dreamed up one day we would be playing in video games. It's always felt like that, but in VR, it's especially so. This is a pristine, beautiful, gorgeous future that's sort of embodied in the content within the game, and then you put the headset on, you become one with your craft. Oh! And of course, you can choose all kinds of different awesome vehicles, and you get loyalty bonuses. There's all kinds of incredible rewards. You can adjust the AI difficulty so you can feel like you can kind of keep up with them to the holy shit, they're fast. The one sort of knock I would say is that not enough people have been playing Wipeout. I feel because this is a repackaged version of stuff that's come out before, that the Wipeout diehards out there have kind of lived through this. And I went online to try to find some other racers to race against in VR, and I really couldn't find any, and that broke my heart a bit, because here is an exquisite game with perfect hardware to kind of really sort of lap it all up with, and it's a match made in heaven. The resolution is incredible. I don't know what they've done technically to be able to, not really lose that fidelity. It's not a 4K display. We're talking about a 1080p display here, but to be able to look around and it just looks so clean. I know that they took off some of the motion blurring when you're inside of the headset. I believe that's one of the things that they've done, but nothing is lost. That's what's so insane. And you can choose to, change the camera when you're in the headset to behind the ship and play it more traditionally. I found that very disconcerting because you're just like flying above the ship. It was weird. I much preferred to be piloting the craft from my perspective. This is insane. I mean, this is absolutely worth picking up as a twofer for yourself. If you already don't have Wipeout Omega Collection, who knows? You might prefer playing it on a flat screen television and just in the 2D kind of way if you've got a beautiful 4K display. Fine, do that. But if you've got PlayStation VR or you've been on the fence about picking up PlayStation VR, you should do that, and you should get this game, and you should thank me later because your mind is going to be crank up the tunes, have yourself a party. Wipeout Omega Collection in VR is incredible. 10 out of 10. Do you guys know how hard it is to look at that footage and not want to race out of here and go put the headset on and get right back into that game? It's exceptional, and do yourselves a favor and find a way to play it. Absolutely incredible. And Sony, if you keep doing these VR updates to games that you've already released, I like it. No Man's Sky, just putting that out there. No Man's Sky in VR would be very cool. All right, let's talk about some Nintendo indie games. Now, I'm just rolling some B-roll on some of the Nindies releases that they've put out there, and there are some exceptional titles already on the platform. It's a very crowded machine when you go into the eShop. It's like, holy crap, look at all of these games. And one thing that I'm really kind of recognizing is that, obviously you can play most of these indie games on other machines, on the PC especially, but something about the Nintendo Switch, the controller interface and the portability makes it like the perfect destination. I remember, like a couple of years ago, really considering picking up one of those Microsoft Surface tablets. that could also act as a PC, kind of like what the iPad has evolved into with its keyboard and all that stuff. Good job, Apple, borrowing from Microsoft, by the way. But I wanted to really looking at one of those Steam tablets or the Surface tablets as a way to access my Steam library and play lots of indie games. And you can, of course, do that and plug in a controller and all that stuff because they've got USB and all that. But then Nintendo comes out with the Switch, and it is kind of that. It is kind of like carrying a Steam library all over the place with you, and you have access to terrific indie games. And I thought, I'm going to review some new ones, but I thought, why don't I talk about 5? It's hard for me to say they're my favorite or the top 5 because they keep adding new indies in here that are just blowing my mind. But here are 5 games that I have really been impressed by. And I actually have a couple more than 5. I'm gonna say I'm gonna boil it down to 5, but I'm gonna say Night in the Woods is one of the. It's been out for a while. Let me just close this thing, and we'll press play on this. Night in the Woods is this quirky. Very sort of adventure-driven type of experience. It's not like you have perfect controls or anything like that. It's not a platformer, but it kind of plays a little bit like a platformer. And you're running around inside of this town, but what makes this game so enchanting is the characters. They're obviously incredibly cute, but there's a great assortment of funny quips and dialogue, and there's all these little mini games that are in there. It's got a maturity and a sense of snark about it that's really endearing, and it's super super fun to play on the Nintendo Switch. So if you're looking for one, you haven't picked up Night of the Woods, definitely a very cool one. Enter the Gungeon is another fantastic title, and I've got a little bit of footage of that right here. This is a dual-stick shooter, which plays a little bit like Smash TV, but as a roguelike. So you just keep on going and going, and you find all kinds of new weapons. It's a little bit like what's the one with the Hotline Miami and also the Meat Boy guys dual-stick one, the religious one. Binding of Isaac. It's a little bit like Binding of Isaac. A little more kind of pixel art and sort of retro-esque. It feels like something that could have come out of the 80s, but of course it's bullet hell, and there's all kinds of incredible flourishes on screen. It plays great on the Switch, and it's a great portable escape as well. But I'm going to start with number 5, which is, don't look at my cheat sheet there. It's number 5 is the Mutant Mudds collection, which Jules Watcham made through his company Atui. This is collecting a lot of classic 3DS games. It's total pixel art. They didn't update any of the art to kind of, the hand-painted stuff that they're going to be doing with Chicken Wiggle. But there was just a very ingenious sort of precision with these games, and you get a couple of the traditional platforming games, and then you also get a Mutant Mudds puzzle experience on here. And I think you can get everything for like $15 or $20, and there's a ton of levels, there's a ton of challenge, and it drives you a bit crazy, but you're not gonna ever walk away thinking like the game is beating you up. It just seems smart, and it seems challenging, and it's very well made, and that's a lot of game for the dough as well. So if you're looking for a very fun platformer / puzzle experience, you should check out the Mutant Mudds collection. Now, number 4 is going to be Stardew Valley, which you can play on lots of different machines out there as well. This is it's a farming kind of role-playing experience, which has things in common with Harvest Moon and I guess Farmville and stuff like that. It's very chill. It's very zen. You're basically surviving and trying to stay alive and keep your farm alive and meeting all kinds of cool characters. But you get so addicted to the experience. Everybody that starts this game has a very tough time putting it down. And that's why it's awesome on the Switch, because you don't have to put it down. You just always walk around playing Stardew Valley, managing your farm. Again, cutesy, pixel art, retro, not taxing the system at all graphically, but there's a lot of, innate complexity and lots of value and lots of love in this game. Very, very cool experience. And I actually haven't played enough of it on the Switch. That's one that I've got on my machine, but I haven't played enough that I can review the whole thing yet. But I've dabbled with it on the PC, and I've checked it out on the Switch, and I need to play more of it. SteamWorld Dig 2 is number 3 for me. This is a game that I raved about. It was one of my top 10 from last year. It's exquisite. It's just a beautiful game. It runs perfectly on the Switch. It looks fantastic on a big screen TV. I think this footage is 60 frames per second. It's a fusion of Dig Dug and a Metroidvania, which is so clever. It crystallizes a lot of the concepts that were in the first SteamWorld Dig, which you can also get for the Switch, which is also great. But it refines it and makes it, a little flashier, a little slicker, and endlessly enjoyable. It's a very cool game. And I'll tell you what, if you have this game, this is a good game to gift to other people, and it's available on every system too. But Image and Form out of Sweden did a phenomenal job with this game. It's really a love letter to fans of platforming action adventures like that, and Metroidvania fans. Owlboy, also another 2D Metroidvania type of experience. This game knocked me out, and I think this came out on the PC last year, and it's on everything as well. But on the Switch, again, it's like, oh my God, it looks fantastic, and then you can bring it with you. You have like this epic, Game Boy type of experience with this thing that looks like it came out of the 16-bit era. Maybe the 32-bit era, maybe on the 32X or something like that. But this cool conceit of being able to wear this cape that you can fly around in, and then you can teleport your buddies in, and awesome boss battles. Again, a terrific script. So there's a great characterization and lots of funny lines throughout this thing. Gorgeous game, and I raved about this in the review, but the music for this game just knocked me out. I played it. Cranked it, bowled over by it. I was like really just impressed by the majesty of the experience. And then my daughter came into the room, saw me playing it, and she was just like, wow, this sounds really good. And she really dug it as well. Incredible game, Owlboy. And my number one is something that I played on Let's Play and Chat on EP Live. Tragically, I was awful. It was so hard to concentrate. This is Celeste, by the creators of Towerfall, which you might have just seen in the credit sequence there. This is, again, it's a platformer. It's an adventure game where you're kind of trying to get as far as you can. You're solving mysteries. It's all about precision, and there's a real empathy strewn throughout this experience as well. The developers know that you're playing something with the tenacity of Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy's on the Switch as well. It's excellent there as well. And also Cave Story. So there's a whole bunch of these, man. The list is really long. But this is, again, complex, and it gets a little ethereal and strange and weird. There's dreamlike sequences, and it never ceases to be challenging and frustrating. But, God, it's gorgeous. It's really beautiful, and very cool music, very cool production, an exceptional work of art, And it's games like this, like the Zeldas and the Marios and ARMS and the Splatoon and those are all incredible, and you keep going back to those experiences and you're wowed by them on the Switch. But I really feel like the indie stuff has turned out to be a very, very nice surprise, and it's one that you could predict, And Nintendo wisely at GDC last year, before the Switch had come out, had their first Nindy event. Or at least the first for the Switch, and it went over very well, and it was just really well put together with some cool games. We're still waiting for Shakedown Hawaii, Brian Provinciano. Shout out to Brian. But it really kind of showcased that the Switch is a great home for these titles, but also that Nintendo was working really hard to bring us quirky and cool games that are a good fit for this machine. And now it's become very clear that if you are just a fan of indie games, you've got a great console that you can pack around with you, and you don't have to spend a fortune on a Surface machine that also can, or a huge gaming laptop or something that you can also play all that stuff on. So bravo, I say, to Nintendo and the Switch. Those are 5 of my favorites. I actually threw in a few extras there for you, but keep the Nindies coming, Nintendo, would you? It's very cool. All right, we've got our new sponsor, Miranda Carvel. Thank you so much for supporting us. You rock! You are very, very kind. All right, we've got another review for you. This is also independently produced titles. Let's take a look at Toki Tori on the Nintendo Switch. I feel like the Toki Tori games have been following me around for my entire career. I remember way back in the day on Reviews on the Run, I reviewed Toki Tori for the Game Boy Color in some costume shop, and I had a big chicken behind me. But here I am again reviewing Toki Tori for the Nintendo Switch and Toki Tori 2 as well, both from a company called Two Tribes. I loved their Rive recently, and I've been a fan of Two Tribes for a long time. It's made out of Sweden, this franchise. But Toki Tori was the game that originally put these guys on the map. It is a puzzle game that's mostly, screen-to-screen based. You've got to collect chickens and get to the end, and, you've got to deal with all of these obstructions and things that are in your way, but you're not really outfitted with a lot of ability. You can basically float and hover, and you've got, little pads and things that will disappear, and you can get yourself trapped, and you've got to start the levels over and over again. But there is this great sense of accomplishment as you kind of get past an area and get to see the next screen. And obviously they put some effort into modernizing all of the visuals. It's not all the old pixel art. It's definitely looks a little bit more hand-drawn and a little more cutely rendered and animated for this modern redo of Toki Tori. But the fundamental designs of being able to get past a level and then moving on to another one are still there. I am still utterly charmed by this modern redo of Toki Tori for sure. It just has gameplay that definitely feels, from an era and from a time. So I would give the original Toki Tori about a 7 out of 10 at this stage. Toki Tori 2 is an evolution in all senses of the word on the Toki Tori concept. You still play this little chick who doesn't have a lot of abilities. You can sing some songs and you can hover and not come to a crash landing if you fall off of ledges and stuff, but you can still get stuck. You can still have enemies, destroy you in some pretty nefarious ways. You can actually drown in the game too, which is just awful to see this little chick that's turned over and slumped and dead. And then you press the button and you go back to the restart gate. But the singing of songs is a very cool concept in this game, because depending on the strength of the button presses that you tap out your tunes to, you can do things like call up a camera and take pictures of all of the elements that are within the game, and you'll see those later in a dark room. Or you can call up a checkpoint, so you will start from that exact point where you sung your little song. You can also restart at the last checkpoint that you went to, and you keep unlocking new pieces as you go. A lot more detail has gone into kind of painting the world and creating the enemies and creating the environments, and the levels aren't just basically, one screen, you beat that, and then you go to another screen. They stretch on sort of traditional 2D scrolling platformer style. But you don't have the mechanics that you would normally associate with that genre. You don't have any weapons. There's no projectiles. You can't butt bounce anybody. You're really limited, and so you've got to think it all through. For example, you might be able to go inside of this bubble that this frog-like creature will spit out if it eats another little creature. So you've got to make it kind of fat, and then it spits out this bubble, and then you put Toki Tori inside the bubble, and you can hover to different places. But making sure that the little creature falls and the frog are there at the right time before they get picked up by some giant swooping bird, and you may have to go through some kind of teleport mechanic, becomes incredibly difficult to kind of navigate and figure out all of these details. So you will hit these brick walls of frustration as you're playing the game, but I don't think, just like I was, you will feel like you're not having a great time, and you will be impressed by the, imagination and the complexity and just the chops of these developers. They've actually had to construct something with a lot of intricate details and design elements to keep you progressing forward, and they stump you with a lot of stuff along the way. And frankly, it's refreshing to play a game where it's not really about destroying your enemies. You can squish characters and stuff, with boxes and things like that, but it's really just utilizing the environment around you. It's not really player versus environment or you're fighting with bad guys. It's just using the environment in a smart way. I was very impressed by Toki Tori 2, and I gotta tell you, it's very special to be able to play the original Toki Tori, although albeit in a refined format for the Switch, and a sequel. It's cool stuff. And part of my job with EP and Reviews on the Run is to shine a spotlight on stuff that you may have glossed over. There's tons of stuff for us to be entertained by out there, and you may not have noticed Toki Tori 1 and 2 are available, but they are, and I believe that they're both good pickups for your Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna give Toki Tori 2 an 8 out of 10. Great stuff, Two Tribes. Adorable games, love them both. All right, I don't want to shock you guys, but in this year, 2018, we're going to be playing Red Dead Redemption 2, so let's get a little bit cowboy, shall we? I'm continuing my quest to check out every Wild West game until Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out. Today I'm talking about Gun. This was an Activision title developed by Neversoft, the people that brought us the first Spider-Man game and the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series. This was a Wild West game, and you go into Kansas and Colorado and Mexico. Huge cast in this thing. Thomas Jane is the lead character, but Chris Christopherson, Tom Skerritt, whole bunch of really famous people are in this, Lance Henriksen, and it looked pretty good in its time, you know. It's going to look dated now for sure with rudimentary polygonal models and soft kind of textures, but it was pretty rad when it came out. It was overshadowed a little bit by Red Dead Revolver and also the Call of Juarez series that Ubisoft put together, but Gun was fun. It had great mechanics. It had some bullet time stuff. You were riding horses. Of course, it was a little bit, you were shooting at all kinds of cowpokes and outlaws and things like that. Lots of bounties to hunt. You've got all of the Old West style weaponry in this sucker, and lots of great locations to visit, and cool Wild West music, and it will get you in the mood. It was cool, and if you want to get into the Wild West spirit, I think this is a worthy contender, and I think Gun is a terrific buried treasure. Oh man, that was a cool game. I'm just watching the footage here on my iPad. We are going to be playing a little bit more of A Way Out because this is the cooperative-only experience that Electronic Arts sent out for me to review. And the only time I've been able to play it is when my buddy Blake joins me up on stage here, or on the set here. This isn't a stage. I'm on stage later today. I don't know if anybody's going to be going to VFS, but it's the Pitch and Play event, and I've been asked to host that again. And it's super fun. I get to check out all of these student-made titles and interview them and talk about all the new stuff that they're working on. It's very cool. But anyways,
hi everyone.
Let's talk about A Way Out a little bit. But you know, this is called Let's Play and Chat. I'm gonna say we're gonna try to like get right into this game a little bit. So I'm gonna put I'd say what 45 minutes on the clock.
Oh my God, we're going for 45 minutes,
Yeah,
Vic?
we are doing it. Let's do it.
Okay.
45 minutes. Let's go.
I don't know if my patience lasts that long,
let's
find out.
Let's see how far we can go. Well, you can just read the chat then if
Okay.
you bail. But I need you to be on the lookout, remember?
Okay. And then again, chat, let me know if there's any audio problems or anything, and I'll run over and fix them.
Okay. Hopefully everything works out.
And if you have questions, make it all caps because it makes it easier for us.
Oh yeah, we are having issues with the PlayStation here. I can hear it. So I'm gonna.
I've got the audio turned off for the stream though.
Oh, there's no audio?
Because I always get problems with it.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Oh really?
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's I don't know. It's like
Okay.
a DCHP thing.
Okay.
Copyright thing.
All right, that's weird. So these guys can't hear any of our audio issues from the game?
No, they
okay.
shouldn't be able to.
All
And if
right,
you do,
good.
let me know.
Okay. All right.
So where did we leave off last time, Vic? We both broke our toilets, right?
We broke the toilets open.
So we've been holding it this whole time.
In real life. And in the game.
So do we need to watch out for guards though?
I think we just go, man.
Okay.
Oops.
Let's get out of here.
I canceled it.
Let's Clint Eastwood this.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's get
go
into
see,
jail.
Let's go see Andy Dufresne.
We found our way out, and it's through the toilets.
Is that a metaphor for the quality of the game, Vic?
Come on. I'm one of the lowest reviews on OpenCritic for A Way Out. Oh, you didn't like it? NTRSKT. I don't know how to say that. It's sort of.
We're making a human centipede here. Look at this.
I know, right? It sort of sounds like what Deadpool's his claws make when he jabs them into anybody. All right, comment, Blake. Do you use an HDMI splitter? That can take care of the HDCP issue. We do have a splitter.
Yeah.
We've got a whole bunch of wires and stuff.
A whole bunch of stuff.
I didn't turn on the PlayStation 4 until we started the stream, so sometimes that kind of screws us up. You know, we're cutting to a whole bunch of things throughout this EP Live. All right, so let's climb up. Let's get up here. Can you keep half an eye on that?
Where are you?
I'm on the right.
I'm ahead of you.
Did you cut through here? What'd you do?
No, I climbed up already while you were talking.
Okay. Can we run? Oh yeah, we can press down. Okay.
Whoa, how do you run?
Press down on the stick. Okay, cool. So keep half an eye out on the chat. If anybody's got a comment or a question or whatever, put it in all caps so we can see it a little bit better. Okay.
Thanks again to our new sponsor. We really appreciate it.
That's awesome. How do we get out of here?
Remember, if you want to sponsor, it's on YouTube. It's on gaming.youtube/VPNTV.
Yep.
Did we go this way? We came up this way.
We came out of these spots right
Is there
here.
somewhere to go down here?
I think we have to turn. Oh, here we go. No, we came up this ladder.
Yeah. Can we go down like this way? Is that the way we came?
I don't know. Our plan has failed and we're screwed already. Oh, wait a second. Vincent, come over here. Okay, so I gotta. So we have to take this off. I think this is the power to the fan. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, so we're gonna use this pipe to stop the fan, and we're gonna go with the fan. This seems too, like, not planned out enough. You wouldn't just grab a pipe off the wall.
I bet you there's probably audio that explains things.
But this is their thing. This is what they're doing. Can't hold it forever. Get going. Get going. Hurry,
Okay,
hurry,
I'm
hurry.
hurrying, Vic. I'm
Hurry.
hurrying.
Get in there. Do it. Get in there. I should just let it go. Cut off your legs.
Do you want to try and see?
No, I don't. I want to get out of here. Okay. So, wait. Now you hold it.
Well, how do you...
Hey, man, find a way to stop the fan. I can't get through. Okay, so you
How do I...
So you got to go to the power over here, I think, on your side.
Well, try it again. Can you hand me the pipe?
No, I can't. I said in the, you can't hear it, but I said, try to find a way to stop the fan.
Yeah. So the only prompt I have is right here.
So stop it. There you go.
But how do I...
Come on, come help me. Oh, I see.
Do I have to go back? Here, let go.
No, don't come back through.
I want to see what happens, yeah.
What are you doing?
I thought I had to go back and get something that I didn't
You just
have.
killed yourself. But how did you kill yourself? I stopped the thing.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to go back. I wanted to see an animation of the guy get sliced in half. That would have been really funny.
Olaf says, imagine pretending Vixen Blake's voices are the voices of the characters. Dude, go get the pipe. Let's go get it.
Dude, get the pipe.
All right. Let's get out of here, eh?
We got our pipe now.
Okay, let's go get it. All right. I'm trying to imagine Bob and Doug as these two guys.
Yeah, Bob and Doug McKenzie. So we gotta break out of prison, eh?
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. Let's do this. Push the pipe
okay,
in there.
So you go and do. Because I don't know what you're supposed to do.
Okay, I'll go in there then.
Oh shit! I'm not tapping. Sorry.
Tap it.
I
It's
almost
gonna
killed
slice my legs off.
Okay.
now we can't. Stop
realize...
doing the stupid voices for this thing. Okay, we will do this. I can't do this alone. Get over here. Okay, so I have to figure out a way to kill the power to the fan.
You sure you can't grab the pipe and like pull it through?
Nope, it said kill the power. So here it is, man. Have you ever played a video game? There's always power that you gotta unplug. Always. It's either you gotta plug in the power or unplug the power. Okay, come on through. And then we gotta open this thing over here. It does feel a little slidey, and I don't know if it's because we're going through equipment here, but it's not as fluid as I would like.
Yeah, I was complaining about that the first day we played it. Remember, like, because there's a lot of pop in and weird kind of issues, especially when there were big crowds.
Yep. Teamwork for the win from Clayton Blair. Oh my God!
What is that a reference to?
That's from Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Oh right.
Vic is a huge fan of the Wipeout
it's been a long
franchise.
time since I've watched
now
that.
For me, I'd love a new F-Zero already. Yes, that would be great too. I love F-Zero.
Whatever happened to Rick Moranis, Vic?
You want to hear what happened to him?
He like retired, right? Like
his wife died of cancer.
Oh, that's right.
And he had to take care of their children.
And he
said their children are more important than my career.
Yeah.
And so he backed off and took care of his kids.
That's so Canadian.
Well, that's amazing. And what a incredible
what I mean,
father. Yeah. You know, it's a heavy story, but it's a beautiful thing, man. And it speaks to the kind of person that he is, and probably why we miss him in entertainment. You know, like if he's that kind of a good dude, you want to see him in lots of stuff.
He's the only Ghostbuster actor who didn't appear in the remake, I think.
That's right. Hey, Jordan Cunningham, how you doing? Hey, Clayton Blair. Hey, North Bug, who said North Bug says Wipeout remastered on PS4 is amazing. That is the truth. What do we got? Adrian Leon, I knew you would give Wipeout Omega Collection in VR a 10, Vic. You know me, dude. I love that freaking game. You heard it. I think you were on the stream when I streamed the game when I was playing it.
Why are we back in the not escaping?
I don't know. There was a cutscene. So
Why are we here now?
Do we have to do it again?
I don't know.
Gain access to the back room. We didn't hear anything, so okay. Let's see what's in here.
Why are we here now? We were like escaping.
Maybe they have a flashback.
Okay.
Can we unplug the thing so we can? Oh no, we can't because the audio's screwed on this machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember we tried that and we were hearing it even in the TV.
Yeah. All right.
It says gain access to back rooms.
So how's the laundry business? All right. Gain access to the back room. So that's our objective.
I hate when you have to hold the joystick to run.
Yes.
In a game, that really bugs me.
Okay. How do we gain access to the back? Just two dudes running around.
I think the back room is over here, but there's a guard sitting there.
Hey.
I mean, I see no prompts or.
This might be the back room. What's
Here's
in here?
a thing.
Hey.
Throw my laundry in.
I need a laundry cart. Oh, can I have your number, please? What do you need that for? It's rules and regulations. Nothing I can do about it. I need your name and number.
He wants to call you up later, Vic.
Whatever, man. What a dumbass bunch of shitty rules. I hope this gets super exhilarating and exciting, but so far it has not been.
I hope
that,
the
right?
game becomes a game.
Well, there's an adventure element of it, but it was kind of fun to. Oh, this guy, we have to distract him.
Yeah, but how? Is there any prompts?
Yeah, I can prompt him. Hello.
Oh, there's something here I can do.
Hey, have you got a cigarette? I can't talk now. Oh.
If you try to go into the back room, he just kind of gets mad at you. I feel like the guards would be more aggressive than that. They wouldn't just be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" They would,
no inmates
smack you in
beyond
the
this
head.
point. Okay. Just checking. Just checking, buddy. Okay. So, oh, here we go. Did you open this?
Yeah, nothing in there.
Okay.
Nothing in here. Nope. That's not the way out of prison.
Oh, here we go. Fold up some sheets.
Or can we throw sheets in the thing and maybe...
No, it's a bit clunky. It should say something right there, right? Okay, come
Well,
on.
you can't go in there because because you're carrying something, so that's not what you're supposed to do. This whole game, like the whole point is just kind of.
What are you doing, inmate? Okay.
It's just. I feel like every time we're playing it,
funneling us down one specific thing.
We're just running around looking for prompts in the environment to do stuff, and it's like, well.
Okay, well, we got to get a cart. That's what Clayton Blair is saying.
How do we get a cart, Clayton?
You got go show him your name and number.
Who, to this dude?
Yeah. Be nice and cordial.
Hey, I could use one of them carts back there.
There you
Why
go.
Why didn't you give him your number before, Vic?
Because I'm the hot-headed one.
Did it give you like a choice?
Look for a pin-up girl poster. There's probably a way out behind it. You look like you're a smoking kind of guy. Well, I guess I probably am.
So where did I get those cigarettes from?
All right, so we're in. We got it. I'm gonna crawl in there too. Here we go. All right, let's do this.
This is just like in Samurai Cop. You haven't seen Samurai Cop.
No.
There's a scene in Samurai Cop where one of the bad guys hides in a cart like that, and it's really funny.
Bleak 5170 with an incendiary comment in there. Get busy living or get busy dying, Donnie Swangore says.
So how do I...
I don't think that way.
But how do I... No, because there's an invisible wall, see? So I'm not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Now, but what do I do, though?
Go through here.
Oh, he's gonna look. Fuck. Oh, I gotta put sheets on top of you so they don't see you.
Oh, hi. We're just doing everything wrong so that when you play the game, you won't
We're
do
practicing to actually break out of prison someday.
Two dopes
This
break
time
out
what
of
I gotta
prison.
do. This time what we gotta do is I'll put laundry on top after you get in,
Okay.
and then he won't see you.
Okay. Well, we got our cart, so it's saved just before there. So go get some stuff.
Well, I'll wheel you over to the stuff.
Oh, okay. Smart.
Because I think it's over here.
Okay.
It's like, oh hi, you found me.
Invisible walls in this day and age. Remember, this looks like a AAA thing to some degree. It looks like the huge team built it, but it was built by a tiny little indie team.
Yeah. And there's invisible walls in every game. They
to
exist.
a degree, yeah.
It's just to what extent you notice them.
Yeah. Hurry, put in more sheets. This is the putting sheets in the basket minigame.
I don't know if this is making a difference though, because
more.
It says hide. So does that do it?
So
Do you have enough?
No, keep putting more in, if you can. Just load it up. It's so weird. I'm just sitting right there.
I'm just gonna keep going until I can't anymore. And
Yeah,
maybe
just do it, man. Put it in. Bonk.
I think
Do you have any steaks? Throw in some steaks. Timberwolf, we are live today. We are live. This is not Memorex. Good to see you, my friend. Suffocate him with sheets. Look, you've convinced these people to kill me already.
I think
wow,
I can
hardened
just...
criminal there. Can't even pick up more than one sheet at a time.
Okay, it must be because it's not getting higher inside for me, so it must be you just do the hide thing.
All right. Now the chat is getting as snarky as you. Hey, Blake. Last time I logged in, Blake and Vic were escaping, and they still are. Yes, we are still escaping. We don't know why we got out of this thing with the fan, and then we ended up back in a room with laundry. So we don't know what happened. Oh, let's see what we have here. Looks good to me.
What, you didn't see the man inside the cart? Like,
looks good to me.
Okay, so now you're gonna go and...
I'm still hiding.
Why is your sheet turning red?
Oh, maybe I am suffocating.
Well, I think you're fine now, so you can not hide anymore.
Okay. They sure are, buddy. Also, like I said 2 days ago, I did set up a basic Discord server. Oh, you did, Blade Blur. Okay, we are definitely going to connect with that. Okay, I'm just being wheeled around. Okay, so you're lying.
So maybe I have to break the machine before I do that.
What happened?
Okay, Blade Blur, what do I have to do? Tell me.
Steel sheets. Okay. So what do I do? I got sheets over here, right? Can I crouch? How do I crouch? Oh, there. No. I feel like I should be crouching, not just walking around with sheets in my hands.
So I think I need to either break a machine or start a fight.
Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, I'm in the back room over here. Okay.
How do I break the machine though? Do I throw paint in it?
What's happening? Why? Do I just... Oh, I see. Might be able to climb this with Vincent's help, okay.
I think I just need to break this machine. I don't know if it's broken yet. I can't hear it.
Maybe the game is you think of a million ways to get out. Okay.
It would be cool if the game were more dynamic and you could it was just a real prison. It was like a Hitman game or something, and there was 20 different ways to actually
this is totally reminding me of Hitman, but Hitman is much better than this.
Okay, I distracted the guard.
Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming, Vic.
I steal sheets.
I distracted the guard. Oh, fuck. It's locked. Can you open the door? Come open the door.
Okay.
Quickly, before the guard comes back.
awkward crouching. Put that down. Put it down. Put that down. Put it down. Thank you.
Put the cookie down.
Okay, come on in, buddy. Come on in. We're stealing sheets.
Okay.
All right, grab that sheet.
Are we gonna like?
What the frack?
This must be a flashback, and maybe we're making a sheet rope or something.
I guess so.
So
I
what
don't
are we
know,
doing?
Weren't there sheets out in the other thing? Like, so you have that sheet. Why don't you stick it in our cart if you can?
It didn't give me a prompt. What did it say you needed my help with, though?
We're stealing sheets.
Yeah, there's no prompt here for the sheets.
What do we do with them?
Mm.
You know what? Let's climb over here. Let's see what happens. We're figuring it out, guys. We don't know what to do.
Why does the thing
Seems
say
like
steal
this
sheets?
will take a long time to give a review on this game. Okay,
What
so
am
you're
I-
up there. Now what? Now you catching me?
Can you? That's all I can do. Is there
That's
any
so.
like?
That does not look comfortable.
Spider-Man.
What? Okay, just stay there.
I'm like some kind of modern art masterpiece.
What is happening? Do you need a sheet? Here, take a sheet. Oh, maybe that's what we gotta do. Yes, I'm giving you sheets. Okay.
Okay, now what?
I see. Okay. All right. This really is like you bumble through it until you find the right prompt.
Yeah, I bet you if the
Okay.
audio was there, it would tell us. We'd have a better idea of what to do.
Yeah, audio is important in a video game. No question. There you go.
Okay. So
Okay,
now
so
we
we
have
got
sheets.
our 3 sheets. Okay. 3 sheets to the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that out loud. Okay, what's up next?
So was that a flashback, and now we're gonna go and grab those sheets?
I guess so, right? That's what we did. Yeah, that's
think
okay.
so,
That's
yeah.
kind of a
That
cool
makes sense,
way to
yeah,
build it.
yeah.
Sure, that's cool.
Why didn't it show us get the sheets earlier though?
Because they built in a flashback into the game.
To what end though?
No audio makes it more of a challenge. Yes, absolutely. All right, that should do it. So I guess that's the way it's
Yeah,
gonna
let's
go.
hope so, eh?
Let's do it there, Doug. Okay, you ready? Let's go.
Not a fan of heights, eh?
No. Hey, what do you mean? Well, it's sheets, not a rope, eh? Let's go. That was terrible. Okay, we're gonna stop with the Bob and Doug. It's gonna drive you crazy. Do you want to be Morgan Freeman? I'll be Michael Caine.
I can't really do Morgan Freeman.
Do Morgan Freeman. You could do it. Come on, my friend. All right, come on.
There is a guard there, but
Let's go. Frack the guard. Let's do this. Lifting this heavy thing. Heavy.
Yeah.
All right, we are out, and that is the end of the game, everybody.
Yay, we beat it. We beat the game.
Yeah, it does sound like the actions of a madman.
This game is only like 5 or 6 hours. Yeah, if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna make it last for 30, I think.
We need a light, man.
We need a light, eh? So I gotta find a flashlight. Where do I find a flashlight?
Oh, that's very sweet, Timberwolf. Thank you. So we need to find a flashlight.
Yeah. Well,
Seriously?
it says you need a light, right?
Okay. We
Yeah,
can't.
and there's a flashlight here.
Oh,
So it's just you run around the corners of the room until you find the prompt.
right. Tell you where it is.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems pretty basic.
I got a flashlight. Ooh,
Whoa,
saw a
that's
whole bunch
cool.
of shit.
So you're over here. You're up there. How the hell did you end up there?
I don't know.
That's funny.
Do you need help up?
Smart ass, huh? So they're kind of you and me, which is crazy. Okay, so this water smells like shit. These guys are just vulgar. Okay, get in there. Go through.
What do I do?
I can't. Yeah, this is not Uncharted. For anybody that thought this might be Uncharted, this is definitely not Uncharted. You can only go where the prompts allow you to go, which is kind of adventure gamey. Okay, so
So now the water's going down.
Need to find the audio booster pack. Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do now?
I don't know. Is that as far as you could go? You
Yeah,
got
there's
to.
no
No, you
other-
got to be able to get down from there. Point
no
the
other-
flashlight at me so I can see where I'm going. Thank you. Maybe that's all you're supposed to do.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Now I can go under. Yeah, see, in Uncharted, you would just swim under the water, like, or almost every other game. Okay. Let's go through here. What's happening over here?
Where are you?
Need
How do
some
I get
light
you?
over here.
Where are you though?
I'm down the hall. Just keep going down there.
Oh,
There you
I
go.
still see you. Okay.
Okay.
Why do you need light to turn a valve?
I don't know. Because I could kind of see it.
Yeah, like you could turn a valve. It's
Yeah.
not like darkness makes you weak.
Who would have thought these despicable prisoners would be such potty mouths, right, Sammy M111? All right, so I have turned valves.
Yeah.
Water is off.
Okay.
We can walk up through here,
Now,
and
what new prompts have showed up in the environment?
I can take the flashlight from you now. Vincent,
Where
hand me
are
the
you?
flashlight.
Where
I'm
are
at
you?
the grate at the end there. Just look for the prompts. We're going to call this game Prompt Hunter. All right, so picking something up down here. Oh, I'm squeaking through. Okay. Whoa, why'd I do that? All right, going through this corridor. I see your prompt. You're over there. I don't know where I am. I'm just gonna kick that open? Seriously? That doesn't seem very wise when you're trying to escape prison.
It's weird that I can't get down to you.
Okay, cancel. I think we need both of us. So,
Oh, I can go through this way now, I think.
shit. It's locked. Okay, what do I do?
Or maybe not.
Rock. There it
Oh,
is.
there you are.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Come on through.
Yay, thanks. Which way do we go? This way?
Woo!
Get over here. Let's bust this up.
Let's do it.
Get over here.
1, 2. Wait, let's
Maybe we gotta do it
coordinate.
at the same time. Okay.
1, 2, 3. There it is. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pressing a button at the same time. It's kind of cool.
I could see the devs at Naughty Dog going, man, some interesting ideas in here. Let's do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's no Uncharted. It's no Grand Theft Auto. It looks great.
I'm like
But-
seriously, the next Uncharted game, and we all know there will be a next one, needs cooperative play like this.
Yeah.
Because
or
they-
Last of Us needs it.
Or The Last of Us. Yeah,
Last of Us 2,
absolutely.
I mean.
Yes.
Or-
Because there is something intrinsically fun about this whole process here, but the mechanics are just so hemmed in because the team is small, which is fine.
Yeah, I mean it's nice to see an indie studio do something ambitious, but you know that doesn't mean you can't critique it. I found the thing, Vic.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, it's over.
I
keep
got a
going.
great question from Blue127 saying, in honor of the Spyro games coming back, do I have a favorite early great memories with Insomniac games, early days? Absolutely. And I think it was in one of our classic episodes from not too long ago. We did a scavenger hunt, and there was only a couple of people from Insomniac at this scavenger hunt, but it was in Las Vegas, and Tommy and I and Aaron Mooney, our old senior post supervisor and great friend of ours, was also working camera back in the day because that's how we roll at EP. Everybody does everything. But he was following us all over the place, Tommy and I, as we were hunting for all kinds of stuff and traveling all through Vegas on a Spyro hunt. And I think we had to bring some big signage with us, and it was super fun. Super
I
cool.
saw this in the trailer, Vic.
So we're climbing up.
Yep.
That was a great memory. I also liked visiting Insomniac and doing things like I know at one point we did something with you got to come up with me. I'm on the right, remember? I'll let you
This is
catch up.
hard.
We did all kinds of
Here,
cool
it's
weapon
probably easier
effects
if we
and
both
stuff,
do
but
it
it was
as-
super fun.
Here,
One?
let's. Why not we both put our here and then just like, or even one of us can just do it, so it's synced. Yeah.
Nope. Whoa, it isn't synced.
I think we're seeing it a couple frames behind.
I got it.
Oh, but like
You
our
gotta
things
go.
are different. Oh, okay.
You gotta go. I'll wait for
Oh, I'm
you.
looking at the wrong one. That's the problem.
Is that what it is?
I was looking at yours.
Ah, okay. I'm waiting for you. This is cool. I'm waiting for you. Oops.
We
Don't-
just got so quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, don't go ahead. You can only go one up, one ahead.
I'm the guy in the blue shirt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I gotta come up. Don't go.
I
keep
think if
missing.
you press it before the dot gets into the
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I saw a guard.
It's pretty cool. Both missed. This is a good part of the game. We both got quiet.
Someone's like, "Get a groove, will you?" I think it's made to be hard so that you don't get a groove.
Whoa!
What? Why did that
Because
happen?
I went up one.
Well, we
you-
were the same.
You gotta go. There you go.
I could probably do this in real life easier than in the game.
This is pretty cool. Don't go.
I'll
There
wait
you
for
go.
you. You go up one more.
Oh, we're doing this. Don't go.
Well, I thought you were
No,
coming.
don't go. I make it do one more. There you go. Okay. Whoa. We're so high up now.
I'm so high right now.
Oh, I missed. Don't go
Oh,
up.
fuck. Sorry.
There you go. I got this one. Okay. Got it. Cool. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Don't go. Don't go. Shit. Missed it.
I think it moves faster if you do it, if we both do it at the same time.
Come on. There it is.
I'll let you go one more.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nope. Missed.
We're almost there, right?
Oh, come on. Okay. Oh.
God damn it. Chat, this is harder than it looks, okay?
Yeah.
Give us a break.
Oh. Okay, last one. Almost. Yay!
Yeah, we did it.
Very nice.
Yay!
Teamwork. We could barely breathe there.
Don't fall, get a groove on. Yeah.
I'm legit holding my breath. That was awesome. That was cool. I like that sequence.
I like when people in the chat just go like, "Do it right." Like, oh, okay. I thought I was supposed to do it wrong. Thank you for helping out with that helpful
A
advice.
wrench would be nice. That's the only place that you can get to that. Let's see what time we got. No, we still got 13 minutes. Okay, we're plowing through this game. Thank you for answering, Vic, and for your legendary show. Oh, you rock, Blue 127. Thank you so much. That's very sweet. I tweeted you 2 days ago, but I forgot that you were at Video Games Live. My bad. But yeah, I have all the Discord permissions ready. Oh, you rock, Blade Blur. Let's see. Timberwolf loved your laugh when we fell. Your cackle.
Yeah, I always get a kick out of dark stuff like that in a video game.
Anyone recall Balderdash on the old Atari 800? I do!
Vic, what is with Indiana Jones's hand on this toy?
They're gloves.
Oh. He has like a weird zombie hand, but yeah, okay,
yeah,
it's
they're
a glove.
gloves.
That's fine. I accept that.
Accept that answer?
I accept that, yes. Zombie Indiana Jones.
So now we're back in prison.
That's a crossover comic series for you. Zombie Indiana Jones.
I'm sure they made a comic of him being a zombie.
Fighting zombies at least.
Yeah. Okay, smuggle wrench to your cell. Okay, so I'm going to go try to find one. Hi. Hello. That's a nice tool you've got there. This one? No, it's a shitty one. The nice one will always go missing. Where can I get tools? Sure, over there. They're so polite, these two prisoners.
I found a sewer grate.
Okay. So it's very Resident Evil-like in that you can only go to specific places that allow you to interact with anything. So
Yeah, I mean that's every video game, but you know the trick is making it feel like you're not constrained, right?
Well, I mean, when you play something like Fallout or the Elder Scrolls games, you can touch and pick up everything, you know? It all becomes part of your inventory.
What I mean by that is you can only touch and pick up the things the developer wants you to touch and
for
pick
sure.
up, right?
Yeah.
And
This is
obviously
very
some games are
streamlined.
designed with more freedom than others.
Yeah.
But you always want to make it... Yeah.
Hi, Wrench. Hey. What do you want, Wrench? I want the wrench. Quick question for you. You lose track of time and shit in here. Okay.
What if I talk to him and you grab it?
Yep. Got it. Boop. Easy. Should we get the hammer
Okay,
too?
whatever. Fuck off, buddy.
And take this hammer and smuggle this hammer in.
It's hammering time. I think it's just to interact with the...
Okay, look at that. I
think
I am actually
think-
hammering that thing.
Because there's
into
this grate here. Maybe do you hide the wrench under the grate? Maybe?
Yeah, probably. And then we'll get it later.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is this a flashback or are we actually back here?
Flashback. Oh. That's it. Okay.
You can't put the wrench in there?
No.
Oh.
You just look. So we got to smuggle it to our cell. So I feel like we are changing the story as we do these flashbacks, because they just said that we should have had a wrench in the last cutscene.
Yeah.
So maybe this is the way that we would have the wrench. We change the outcome. I don't know. I'm just guessing because we don't have audio on.
So the question is, how do we get through that metal detector? Because you have a wrench.
Right.
So we got to try to smuggle the wrench through. How do we do that?
I don't know. Let's go talk to this guy. Oh, what am I doing? I don't want to do that. I didn't want to go in there. It pushed me through. Urgh. All right, so we'll start with...
So are we gonna have a checkpoint there where you still have the wrench, or
I think
do you
so.
have to get it again?
Probably. Let's see.
Find out.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so there's got to be a way to turn the power off. So
There's nothing I can do down here.
I see a
right?
cable going this way, and then it just ends. Okay. What if I talk to this guard? Nope.
Okay.
Oh, I see a panel with a button on it
Where?
right here, but it's not connected to anything.
That's like another machine, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe if we throw the hammer or a different wrench or something into a machine, it'll overload the power.
Okay, that's
Maybe,
a good idea, yeah.
But is there anything you can?
Did this give you, nothing that you can toggle there?
Yeah, this is just, you know, to make it look like you're working. What is this?
There we go. Why are you upset? Ask that guy. Hey, I heard that. What's your mouth, inmate?
Just give me what I need.
What do you need? A hammer. It's pretty hard to get any work done without it. Then you shouldn't have lost it. Well, I'll go get him a
there's
hammer.
a hammer, yeah. Just give him the hammer.
Hammer's right there, dude. But
So
I
I'm
can't.
getting flashbacks to high school.
Yeah.
And woodshop in high school.
Dude, there's a
And
hammer.
that felt like I was in prison too.
Aw. There's a hammer right over there. Come on.
Can you give it to him or?
No, I couldn't pick it up. Let me help you, okay. Hey guard, got a minute? What's he isn't busy, he's just looking at, what's he doing? This pace I'll get my hammer back next week. You gonna come over and dance for us?
Yeah.
Dance, Blake, dance! So that went nowhere. That was stupid. Okay.
Yeah, because it's tricky. You don't know who you're supposed to talk to or what.
Right. I think you're right about the power, though. How do we get through here? If we turn the power off to the cell, or to the
Maybe the dialogue tree is different for me.
maybe. I want to go close to that thing because it pushed me through last time. What's this? I don't want to saw that. What's this guy going to tell me? Hello? That's a nice tool. Okay, I did this already. Come on. Come on, everybody. What do we do? Talked to him already. Stole the wrench from him already.
Maybe you trip someone so they cut a finger off and that distracts the guards.
That sounds like a fun game that you're building right there. Go through the door, then turn left. Go through what door? Oh, you can go through the door.
Oh,
You
because
don't
I don't
have
have
a
a
wrench.
wrench.
That's
That's right.
right.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
go for
So
it.
I'm gonna go through
Yeah.
and see. Maybe
Turn left. And go turn the power off.
But there's a door here.
Remember, it's co-op. It's co-op play.
I forgot. Why wouldn't the guard be watching that room though?
Thank you, kind sir. Blade Blur. Very good. Very good
Okay, the
pickup right
power's
there.
off, Vic.
All right, ready? Let's go do this. Hey, how's it going? Idaho. And then
Yeah.
we go down here. All right.
Now what?
Now. Ooh,
Ooh, he's giving the pat downs.
what's he gonna do? Oh, go distract him.
But I'll go through and see if there's anything I can do from the other side.
Okay.
Or you can hand me it or something. Oh yeah, here we go. Here, go back outside.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are you serious? This is the dumbest prison ever.
The guard just didn't see me do that.
That is ridiculous. Yeah, I got nothing on me, man. Here you go. Go right ahead. Go on through, fellas. You're all fine. Let them through, George. There's no weapons or any kind of tool
We're
on
just
these
we're
guys.
just like wandering around the wood shop for 20 minutes, not doing any actual work, and no guards take notice.
All right. How's it going, Frank? Good to see you. We'll be getting out of here later today. All right, this way. Hi, fellas. What's he going to say?
Hey boys, is there a problem? So now I've got my wrench. Where's my cell? I guess it's up here. Oh yeah, this looks familiar.
Okay. So they rendered the whole cell. Looks pretty good. Or the whole prison. Okay, so I got the dudes to go chase that down. Are we up? Yeah, we're up. They did a good job with modeling this
So
environment.
I think maybe we did go back to our cells because we couldn't break out. And now it's like we're going to try to do it again another day now that we have a wrench.
Oh, okay.
Who are these people? Oh, those shit, they're tossing my cell. They're looking around. They're going to see the broken toilet, Vic.
No. We're good. So I'm helping you out. Oh, pass the wrench. There you go. That's cool.
Yeah, because see, the toilet's already broken. So
Right.
this isn't a flashback. This is the next day.
Okay, cool. All right, so we did it.
So now, but is he going to notice the toilet ripped up?
Ah, you rock, Blade Blur. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Blade Blur.
Happy Console Gamer says, "Hey Blake, do you like The Last Jedi?"
You know what? Honestly, I don't.
We should
hate
talk
it.
about it some more. yeah.
I'm done getting worked up about Star Wars at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I would probably hate The Last Jedi if I sat down and thought about it enough, but I don't care enough to sit down and think about it. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on The Last Jedi.
It's a cool movie. It just is.
It's just not a cool Star Wars movie.
It just doesn't fit the thing as well as it should.
Yep. So now this looks like a flashback, or is it?
No idea.
It's hard to tell.
We just make up the Linda.
We're just making up our own story.
I
at
got
this
a plan
point,
to
yeah.
get out of here. Good. What can I do? Don't worry.
Who's Linda? My girlfriend or my wife or
I don't know.
or your wife? That's you, right?
His name is Vincent. He seems legit. Okay, so now they're filling in the backstory. We both thought we could trust Harvey.
Who's Harvey?
Harvey must have been the other guy that they tried to break out of. Happy Console Gamer. He loves it!
I would love to sit and I could talk all day about how much I love Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
And that's it.
That's it.
Couldn't do that with any of the other Star Wars movies.
Man.
I miss him, Linda. I'm just gonna read the dialogue. And
Okay.
Has he found out? No. Now listen. It's fine. He still thinks you're in Italy helping your uncle. Who would think I'm in Italy?
You kid.
Oh.
Oh, there's our timer.
There's our timer on such
Okay.
a riveting scene.
Well, we made progress. I'm glad we stuck with this game
No,
a little
because
bit.
we had to go back to get a wrench.
Yeah, but
So all we did today was get a wrench.
I
Vic.
mean, remember Escape from Alcatraz? There was a lot of scenes like that. They had to keep trying. They had to keep digging.
Okay.
All right,
I accept that logic.
We will get to the end of this. No more visitors are coming in today, and then we will call it right there.
Okay, bye everyone. Thanks for coming.
But yeah, thank you for watching EP Live, and thank you for checking us out if you're watching the archive. I've got a pregnant wife waiting for me at home here, expecting the baby. Please, we talked about this. No, you talked about this. You're in prison. Listen to yourself, Vincent. This isn't who you are. It's getting very heavy and dramatic. Is that the way that we should end the stream today? I guess so, right? We end the show this way. Bear Dog, thank you. Later, Adrian. See you guys. Okay, we're gonna call it. Hey, listen, if you dug what you saw here today, thank you very much for your kind comments and your support. That's awesome. We've got lots of other content for you to check out, so please do hit subscribe if you dig it, and a little bell. And don't forget, if you want to support us by being a sponsor, hit that sponsorship button. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.